Welcome, brave souls, to a journey into the heart of darkness. Today, we'll take you deep into the most haunted and eerie corners of Germany. From chilling castles with restless spirits to ancient fortresses steeped in sorrow, these are the places where history and the paranormal collide. If you dare to explore the unknown, stay with us as we uncover the top 15 most haunted places in Germany. But be warned, these stories may leave you feeling like you're not alone. 1. Burg Elz Castle, Virschum. The mist clings to the ancient stones of Elz Castle, rising from the forest floor like a breath of the dead. You step inside, and the atmosphere immediately changes, heavy, oppressive, as though the walls themselves are watching you. Legends tell of a knight who once lived here, betrayed and murdered by his own kin. Late at night, his armor is said to clink and echo through the empty halls. Visitors have reported cold gusts of wind, even in the dead of summer, and the unmistakable feeling of someone walking beside them, though no one is there. As you venture deeper into the castle's bowels, you hear faint whispers. Are they the wind or the knight himself, urging you to leave before you meet the same fate? 2. Berlin's Bode Museum. In the stillness of the Bode Museum, the air grows colder as you walk through the grand halls. Statues stare down at you with lifeless eyes, but it's the figure you didn't expect to see that sends a chill down your spine. According to staff and visitors, the ghost of a monk roams these halls after dark. His apparition appears suddenly, pale, with a long robe swaying soundlessly behind him. As you approach a gallery, the temperature plummets. The lights flicker, and for a split second, you catch a glimpse of a shadowy figure in the corner of your eye. But when you turn, there's nothing. Still, you feel it. Someone or something is watching you, waiting. 3. Schloss Nordkirchen Castle, Münster. Schloss Nordkirchen gleams under the moonlight, but its beauty hides a dark secret. The White Lady, as she is called, is said to roam the gardens in eternal sorrow. She was once a servant, betrayed by a lover, and left to die within the castle's walls. People who walk through the grounds report seeing her pale figure drifting between the trees. She appears to them, her face etched with despair, and vanishes just as quickly. It's not just her appearance that haunts visitors. Those who encounter her claim to hear a soft sobbing that follows them until they leave. The further you go, the louder it gets, until it's unbearable. 4. Heidelberg Castle. Heidelberg Castle looms over the town like a sentinel from another time, but it's what you don't see that keeps you awake at night. Locals speak of ghostly knights patrolling the ruins, their armor clattering on the cobblestones. As you walk through the decaying corridors, you feel a strange heaviness in the air. It's not just the weight of history, but something more sinister. A flicker of movement catches your eye. A knight in full armor, standing guard, watching. But as soon as you blink, he's gone. Some say it's the spirit of a protector, still defending the castle from invaders long gone. 5. Wolfgang Castle, Regensburg. Wolfgang Castle stands silent and grim, its stones whispering the tale of a murder most foul. Centuries ago, a noblewoman was killed by her husband, her body hidden within the castle's walls. Now, she haunts the grounds, her spirit trapped in a loop of eternal vengeance. As you walk through the narrow corridors, the air feels thick, and you can't shake the feeling that someone is watching. The legend says that if you stand in the courtyard at midnight, you'll hear her footsteps echo behind you, a cold breath on your neck, as if she's standing just inches away. 6. Berlin's Fraueninsel, Peacock Island. Fraueninsel, a tranquil escape by day, turns into something far more unsettling when the sun sets. The island is said to be haunted by ghostly figures that wander through the forest. Visitors often report seeing shadows darting between the trees and hearing faint whispers carried on the wind. Some believe these are the spirits of workers who once lived on the island, while others think something darker is at play. As the fog rolls in off the water, you hear faint laughter, children's voices, though no children are there. It grows louder, closer, until you feel a hand brush your arm. But when you turn around, there's no one in sight. 7. Hohenzoll Castle, Schatzingen. High atop a mountain, Hohenzollern Castle stands majestic and proud, but its halls are far from empty. The White Lady has been seen gliding through the corridors, her pale face emotionless, her footsteps soundless. Some say she's the ghost of a family member who died tragically within the castle. Others whisper that she's an omen of death, appearing only when tragedy is near. As you explore the darkened rooms, you feel a presence behind you, but when you turn, there's no one. The cold air brushes against your skin, and in the silence, you hear a soft sigh, a warning, perhaps, to leave before it's too late. 8. Frankenstein Castle, Darmstadt. Perched on a hill, Frankenstein Castle is steeped in legend, but it's the ghostly apparitions that have given it its infamous reputation. Some say the spirit of Johann Conrad Dippel, the alchemist who inspired Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, haunts the ruins, still searching for the secret to eternal life. Others claim to see shadowy figures roaming the grounds, remnants of ancient rituals. As you explore the crumbling walls, you hear something. Footsteps, slow and deliberate, following you. The air feels heavy, thick with something unspoken. Then, a voice, deep and guttural, whispers your name. You turn, heart pounding, but no one's there. Schatzingen Castle, Schatzingen. The gardens of Schatzingen Castle are beautiful by day, but at night, they take on a more sinister tone. The Grey Lady has been seen wandering the paths, her face pale, her eyes empty. She's said to be the ghost of a woman who died of a broken heart, cursed to walk the grounds forever. Visitors who venture too close to the lake after dark report seeing her standing by the water's edge, staring into the distance. As you approach, the temperature drops, and you feel an overwhelming sense of sadness. Just as you think she'll turn to face you, she disappears, leaving only the echo of her sorrow behind. 10. Beit Hilsteton, Berlin. Beit Hilsteton, once a sanatorium, now lies in ruins, but something lingers in the decaying halls. The ghostly figures of patients long dead are said to wander the corridors, their footsteps echoing in the empty rooms. As you step through the broken doorways, you feel a presence behind you, a cold, unsettling sensation that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. You hear whispers, faint and unintelligible, growing louder as you move deeper into the building. Then, out of the corner of your eye, you see it, a figure standing in the shadows, watching, waiting. 11. Weilburg Castle, Büren. Weilburg Castle looms ominously, its dark past tied to the horrors of World War II. Used by the SS, this triangular fortress is said to be haunted by the spirits of those who suffered within its walls. As you walk through the cold stone corridors, an eerie silence follows your every step. Some say the souls of prisoners still wander the halls, seeking peace they'll never find. You enter the crypt, and a wave of cold sweeps over you. a shadowy figure moves in the corner of your vision, only to vanish as you turn. Whispers fill the air, echoing words you can't understand, but feel deep in your bones. They are not alone, and neither are you. 12. Schloss Benroth, Düsseldorf. Schloss Benroth, a grand Baroque palace, hides a chilling secret beneath its opulent exterior. Late at night, when the halls are empty, the figure of a woman dressed in old-fashioned clothes has been spotted wandering the rooms. Known as the Phantom of Benroth, she is believed to be a former resident, a heartbroken woman who died under mysterious circumstances. As you move through the grand halls, the sound of footsteps echoes behind you, though no one else is there. You turn a corner, and there she is, a pale figure standing at the window, her back turned to you. As you approach, she vanishes, leaving behind only a cold gust of wind. 13. Elz Castle, St. Goar. Elz Castle, once a mighty fortress, now stands in eerie ruin. The spirits of soldiers who died during its many sieges are said to haunt the remains. As you wander through the crumbling towers, the wind whistles through the cracks. But it carries more than just air. It carries voices. You hear the distant clanging of swords, the cries of men in battle, though the wars are long over. The spirits of those who died defending the castle roam the grounds, their armor clinking in the night. Visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures at the edge of the ruins, watching them with hollow, sorrowful eyes. They seek something, but what? 14. Hamelin. The streets of Hamelin are quiet, but beneath the surface lies a legend darker than any fairy tale. The Pied Piper, a mysterious figure who led the town's children away, is said to still wander the streets at night. Some locals believe the spirits of the lost children remain, trapped between this world and the next. As you walk through the cobblestone alleys, the sound of distant flute music drifts through the air, soft but unmistakable. You follow the sound, your heart racing, and just when you think you'll find its source, it stops. You turn the corner, but the alley is empty. Yet, you feel eyes watching you, the children who never returned. 15. Spandau Citadel, Berlin. The Spandau Citadel, an imposing fortress, holds within its walls a ghostly secret. The White Lady, a noblewoman buried within the citadel centuries ago, is said to appear to those brave enough to wander its grounds at night. Her spirit is seen drifting through the corridors, her pale face framed by long white robes. As you walk through the fortress, the air becomes colder, and the walls seem to close in around you. You hear a soft rustling, and then, there she is, her face just visible in the darkness, her eyes filled with a sadness that chills you to the bone. She floats toward you, her form flickering in the dim light, and just as you think she'll touch you, she vanishes, leaving only an icy silence. Thank you for joining us on this spine-chilling journey through Germany's most haunted places. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, the stories we've shared tonight are bound to leave a lasting impression. If you enjoyed this eerie exploration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more terrifying tales from around the world. Until next time, stay curious, but beware of the shadows lurking just out of sight.